Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Did Christmas looks, and now I'm gonna go into first impressions on some stuff that I got that I just forgot to do first impressions on. And we're gonna go into the eyes on the All I See Is Magic by Colourpop. I need to use that. We are going to do the Profusion highlight. 5 highlights in here that you can go use in a great assortment of shades. It comes with a mirror, a brush, and this was $9.99. The All I Believe in Magic was I think around $16, and then Problem primer. I got this for $18. We're just gonna use some first impressions on some new stuff that I got. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I'm going to use the No Pore Blend Primer. Nice, it doesn't feel tacky, it doesn't feel like silicone at all. And I just put it on top of my problems areas, which is the nose and the cheek area and the forehead. The T-zone is really where I do have the biggest amount of pores. It feels really nice when I'm putting on, so I really like that. I do have these cushions by Wet n Wild. I'm going to use the cushion for dark circles. I'm going to use this for underneath my eyes, just because I do have problems underneath my eyes. I'm just gonna go in with a foundation brush. So I threw away the cushion things a long time ago. We're gonna do some different color correcting today with different color correctors. These I haven't used in quite some time. This is actually very light. This is supposed to be a peach, and as it goes on, it's very light. So I'm just applying it to the dark circle areas on my eyes. We have this hard candy one that is a color, if you could see it, that is a color corrector. I do have the LA, I think it's the LA Girl color correcting, but I use this quite a bit. As you guys can see, I've dug into it. So the green is for correct intense redness, which I will be using. I do have some redness from acne breakouts. I am human, it happens. The peach is for dark circles, but I already got that with the Wet n Wild cushion. The yellow is for mild redness. Unfortunately, I'm not going to use that because it is really a lot of redness, so I'm going to go in with the green. And the pink is for dullness, which I will use a little bit of as well. So I'm just going to use a packing brush. I'm going to go in with the green, and we're just going to put it on the harsh red areas and blend it on out.
Actually, I think I might need a new one soon.
Sometimes I do this on my red pigment spot on my cheek, just because, you know, it is so intensely red. But I do have breakouts coming out right now. I am human, like everybody else. Breakouts do tend to happen that work out well. I'm going to use the the pink for some dullness areas.
I do have some dullness. Alright, so
Now that I did that, I'm going to do my normal everyday foundation. So I'm going to use the Rimmel London Match Perfection Pore Blurifying Effect 24-hour moisture in ivory. And then for concealer today, I'm going to use the Clinique. I'm getting off task, but I like this brush for buffing in. It's like a kabuki brush. Kind of reminds me of the Y6 by Morphe. Now I will tell you, this foundation is very fragrancy. I am not a huge fan of fragrancy foundations. That's just me as a person. It smells very florally, like flowers. So if you're a person who likes flowers, great. I don't use this foundation very much because it smells so much like flowers. Foundation, my new one, should be coming in the mail soon. So this is the Remlin London. It's good coverage, I'm not gonna lie. The only thing I don't like about it is the smell. It is too fragrancy. I'm not a friend of that. I'm not a fan of that. Oh, now I'm going to use the Clinique, and it comes with a dofa, and I'm just going to use this as concealer. It is a completely different color, as you guys can see. I am in shade Ivory. This is Ivory. But the shade I used on my face from Remlin is Ivory too, so everybody's a different color. Hopefully this will fix my dark circles. If not, we're just that is set. Now I'm going to set my face, and I am going to use what is this one? Oh, Sonia Kashuk. I haven't used her in a while. Let's use her. Let's use her. We're gonna use her. And I'm just taking a BH Cosmetics number 4 brush. This is like a setting brush as well. I love the way it goes in underneath my eyes, and we're just going to bake it underneath the eyes. I need some more of her powder. Now we have concealed and revealed. I'm going to use some BH Cosmetics on the lid. My lovely Profusion one. This has become one of my favorite ones to use as a my favorite ones to use, and I'm going to go in with Bloom. This is my Sonia Kashuk blush brush. It just disperses it so amazing. It's my favorite one. So I'm going into medium bronzed, and we're just gonna now highlight. So we have this highlighting palette by Profusion. This was, I think, around $9.99 as well. I am not going to use this baby brush. We're tossing it. I don't need it. And when I use highlight, I use my big highlighting brush by Morphe. This is the R36. Or I use my new highlighting brush, Line by Wet n Wild. This is a highlighting brush as well. So there are 5 shades. There is Dreamy, Charming, Tempted, Jolly, and Goddess. And I'm going to, they are all the way down. So this one is Dreamy, right here. This one is Charming, right here. This one is Tempting. This is a purple one. This one is Jolly. This is a pink kind of rose gold one. And this is Goddess, and this is a gold one. So the ones I'm going to be using are these 3, Tempting, Jolly, and Goddess. All different brushes. I'm going to use the Wet n Wild. I'm going to use the Morphe brush. And we shall see what happens. So I'm going to go with Goddess first. And these are kind of, there is quite a bit of kickback in the pan. It's very pigmented on the brush. And I'm going to use my Star by Jeffree Star. We're just going to put this on the cheek.
Okay, that is coming.
But, okay. All right, it's on the cheek. It's on the cheek. Then the next one I'm going to use is Jolly. Put this on the nose. Okay, well, it went on the nose really well. Definitely went on the lips. And then I'm going to take a buffing brush. I'm going to take Tempting. I'm just going to swirl it on in this. And we're just going to put it on this side. This is a hit by me. I love it. I think it's really cute. Jolly is my favorite. It's a rose gold. I'm really big into the rose gold highlights. I'm going to use Berries on Ice. This is by Jeffree Star. So this Berries on Ice, I really love it. It's really pretty and I really love it. It didn't swatch patchy or any of that, and dries down really fast because I don't feel it sticking to my lips. So that is a plus on that as well. Moving on to the eyes. So I have a couple of new eye products that I need to do for you guys, and I'm going to be doing All I See Is Magic by Colourpop. 15 eyeshadow palette, but they didn't come with a mirror, which I was kind of bummed about. I really like the mirrors, and I'm kind of pissed they didn't give me one. My base color, I am going to use this shade right here, and this is Top Notch. And this is going to be my base color. And we're just gonna put this all over the lid. It's a very tan cream color. Okay, nice. Then the next shade I'm going to use is and I'm going to put Go Wish, which is this one right here. I'm gonna pop that into my crease, put it in my crease. Alright, so I'm going to use a clean Colourpop brush and just make sure we buff out all the edges. This was a very pigmented color. So then with my Morphe R38, I got the next shade I'm going to go into is you know what? Let's go into it. We're going to go into this baby right here. And this is Pitter Patter. So I'm going to go really lightly since this is a maroon color. And just very lightly. So there's a ton of product on the brush. And I'm just going to put this into the outer V. Kind of buff it in there. And then go to the middle. My impressions on this palette are that they are a little powdery, not gonna lie, but it's not gonna affect me too much. But they are pigment. In that Pitter Patter one, I didn't have to go in too harsh to get the amount of product I wanted. I just had to go in really lightly, like a feather touch it. And I'm getting a lot of pigment on the brush, and I'm getting the pigment that I want on my eyes as well. So that is a nice purple, this purple teacup right here. And I'm going to use, I'm going to use an e.l.f. one, and I'm just going to smoke out the under eyes really gently with this teacup. Then next, I think I'm going to go in with two different, okay, so for the inner corner of the eye, I'm going to be using this one right here, and this is called Treat Yourself. I'm just going to use a small little detailing brush. I'm going to use a small detailing brush by Van Dare. And we're going to go into Treat Yourself. Now this is a shimmer, and I'm going to use this in the corner of the eye for pigment in the, holy God, that's pigmented. That's pigmented. So I didn't even need any Fix Plus. I'm just putting that into the corner of the eye, trying to make my eyes pop. These two right here. And I'm going to put, basically, I'm going to put 1111 to the entire lid. Without any Fix Plus, we're going to do that. So for the entire lid, she did not need it. And then on the other side, I'm going to go in with, what is it called? Tinseltown, which is this one right here. And I'm going to buff that onto the outer V. Kind of pack it into that outer V. Okay, I'm going to take that clean brush. We're just going to go through one more time. So I'm going to finish doing my eyes. I'm going to put a wing on. I'm going to put some eyeliner on, and I will be right back. And we will see what the final looks are on All I See Is Magic. Okay guys, so I am back. I did the rest of my eyes. I did a wing eyeliner or blend primer. It actually worked. I don't see my pores. They're not as defined. So that was a plus. The foundation, I did like using the Clinique as a concealer. It is a foundation and a concealer in one. This was $28. This is an okay foundation by me. It is too freaking floral. It smells too much. It's too florally. So I might donate this. I only used it maybe once or twice. I'm not a huge fan of floral foundations. This one was just too over the top. It did disperse right, and it did clear up any redness and pigmentation and that stuff. It did go on nice, but I don't want to smell flowers. That's just me as a person. Moving on to the lipstick by Jeffree Star, the Berries on Ice. I love this color. This is a very, very berry color, and I love it. It makes my lips feel very big, even though they're not. So I love that. So all I think of magic, let's talk about it. So I am kind of disappointed that for almost $16, I didn't get a mirror. I really would have liked to have seen a mirror in this. That's just me as a person. You guys give me mirrors in all my other palettes that I have that are Colourpop. Why wouldn't you give me one in this? That's just me. So in here you have 8 mattes and 7 shimmers. I think that is a good assortment. I did have some really good transition shades. I did have some good base shades. I had a really good base shade was Top Notch, and Now and Zen is a good transition color. I did use Go Wish as a transition color too. So, and you have all like the plums and the pinks and the purples. So this was a good palette to play with. I did use these 2 shimmers here, which is 1111 and Tinseltown. And then the other shimmers I did not use, but I will swatch for you. Just 3 right on my fingers. Really pigmented. So the first one is called Save It for Later. It's like an ombre kind of like color to it. It looks like a green in the pan, as you guys can see. Looks like a green, but as I swatched it on my fingers, it turns into like a gold color with a green pigment in it. There's like green, but on the outers, at the edges where I swatched, it has like a gold sheen to it. So I do kind of dig that. And then the last one was a plum one. This is a purple one, and this was called Something Special. So those were just 3 swatches. I think these are very pigmented. I'm kind of intrigued by that green one a little bit. Did like playing with this palette very much. This is the look I came up with and went out on a date with Chad kind of look. So this is approved by me. Everything I used I was pretty happy with. As always, please subscribe down the bottom if you like my channel, and if you like me, and if you don't like me, I really don't care. This is what I like doing about makeup. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.